Welcome to the fifth installment of our Executive Masterclass. Today, we enter the inner sanctum of the French elite, the high-stakes negotiation. In the world of the 1%, a negotiation is not a battle to be won with loud demands. It is a diplomatic dance to be conducted with the poise of a statesman. The true masters of the French social engineering know that the greatest strength lies in what remains unsaid. Over the next 12 minutes, I will teach you how to conduct a high-risk negotiation without ever showing your hand, using the exact psychological codes of the French diplomatic tradition, the philosophy of the masque de marbre. Before you enter the room, you must adopt the masque de marbre, the marble mask. In international business, your face must be an unreadable landscape of calm. A statesman does not show excitement at a good offer, nor does he show anger at a poor one. Both are signals of emotional vulnerability. You are not there to deal. You are there to preside over a transition of assets. Your authority comes from your perceived indifference to the outcome. Remember, the one who is most prepared to walk away always owns the room. Technique 1. The strategic vacuum, the 5-second rule. In many cultures, silence is viewed as an awkward gap that must be filled. In the French sociology of power, silence is a tool of interrogation. When your interlocutor makes a proposal, do not respond immediately. Even if the offer is perfect, you must apply the strategic vacuum. Wait at least 5 seconds while maintaining steady, relaxed eye contact. This silence creates a psychological pressure that forces the other party to justify their position. They will often begin to talk to fill the void, revealing their anxieties. By doing nothing, you have gathered intelligence. You have forced them to move first. In the eyes of the elite, the person who breaks the silence is the person who has lost their nerve. Technique 2. The ambiguity of peut-être. The French language is a masterpiece of nuance and shadow. While amateur negotiators want yes or no answers, the statesman operates in the realm of the peut-être. When pushed for a commitment, use the phrase « C'est une éventualité que nous pourrions envisager, sous réserve d'un équilibre global ». Notice the lack of a definitive yes. You are signaling interest without granting leverage. You are keeping all your cards close to your chest while keeping the other party engaged. This is the essence of seductive humility, appearing cooperative while remaining entirely elusive. You are not saying no. You are saying that your yes must be earned through further concessions. Technique 3. The Grand Siècle strategy. The Sun King's approach. Named after the era of Louis XIV, this technique involves shifting the negotiation from the price to the prestige. The elite do not haggle over pennies. They discuss the long-term architectural value of the partnership. If the negotiation gets stuck on a financial point, elevate the conversation. Use this phrase. Ne nous égarons pas dans les détails comptables, concentrons-nous sur la pérennité et le prestige de cet accord. By doing this, you imply that the person arguing over a 2% discount is being small-minded. You force them to choose between a minor financial gain and being perceived as a person of low status. Most high-level executives will choose the status every time. You have won the negotiation by changing the rules of the game. Technique 4. The final closing and the art of the state. A statesman never looks relieved when the deal is closed. The final agreement should be treated as a logical and inevitable conclusion. As you conclude, do not offer a wide smile or a frantic handshake. Instead, offer a slight, dignified nod and a short, powerful phrase. Nous avons abouti à une solution cohérente. C'est satisfaisant. Satisfying is the peak of French executive understatement. It suggests that while the deal is good, it was the minimum you expected. It leaves the other party wondering if they could have gotten a better deal, ensuring they remain respectful. Conclusion. The ROI of the hidden hand. Mastering the art of the hidden hand is what defines a leader in the global theater. It is about emotional discipline, linguistic precision, and a deep understanding of human psychology. These are the skills that lead to the highest ROI in your career, moving you from a manager of tasks to a master of outcomes. To master the exact grammatical nuances and the executive semantic cloud required for these high-stakes dialogues, I invite you to consult the full manual of the Academy on Amazon. Congratulations on completing Lesson 5. You are now halfway through your transformation. Subscribe to ensure you do not miss Lesson 6, where we will decode the high-value voice. I will see you soon in the Elite. Welcome to the 6th installment of our Executive Masterclass. Until now, we have mastered the art of silence, the shield of logic, and the diplomacy of negotiation. Today, we give a body to your authority. In the high-pressure environments of the French 1%, your voice is not just a tool for communication, it is an architectural element. It defines the space you occupy. Long before you finish your sentence, your listener has already decided whether you are a leader to be followed or a subordinate to be managed. The elite do not speak to be heard, they speak to be felt. Over the next 12 minutes, I will teach you the specific vocal engineering required to command respect in any boardroom, from Paris to Singapore. In the French classical tradition, the voice is considered a reflection of the soul's discipline. A frantic, high-pitched, or rushed voice signals an internal lack of control. To command the room, you must adopt the voice of the state. This is a voice that sounds as if it has nothing to prove and nowhere to rush. It is grounded in the seductive humility we have practiced. It does not shout for attention because it assumes attention is already its due. Your voice must become a pillar of stability in a world of noise. Technique 1. The low-frequency resonance. Power has a frequency, and it is low. In the sociology of prestige, a deeper register is instinctively associated with physical calm and emotional maturity. Most people, when nervous, breathe from the chest, which tightens the vocal cords. To command the room, you must breathe from the diaphragm. This allows the air to resonate in your chest. When you speak, imagine the sound originating not from your throat, but from the center of your gravity. You are not pushing the words out, you are letting them resonate. This depth signals to the room that you are anchored, stable, and immovable. In the eyes of the French elite, a man who controls his breath is a man who can control the company. Technique 2. The pacing of authority, the death of the rush. Subordinates talk fast because they are afraid of being interrupted. The elite speak slowly because they know the world will wait for them. Rushing your words is a confession that you do not believe your thoughts are valuable enough to occupy the time you are taking. To fix this, you must master the staccato of authority. Each word should be treated as a distinct unit of value. Practice slowing down your delivery by 20%. Allow the vowels to breathe. This pacing creates a sense of architectural weight. It gives your interlocutors the time to process the importance of what you are saying. By refusing to rush, you are non-verbally stating, "My time is the most valuable asset in this room." Technique 3. The trap of the upward inflection. One of the most common status killers in international business is the upward inflection, ending a statement as if it were a question. The high-value voice uses the descending cadence. Every sentence you utter should end on a slightly lower note than it began. This creates an aura of finality and certainty. When you say, "The strategy is sound," the word "sound" should be the lowest note in the sentence. This tells the room that the discussion on this point is over. You are not seeking consensus, you are declaring a reality. Technique 4. The Strategic Césure, the classical pause. Borrowing from the great French playwrights like Racine, we use the césure, a deliberate break in the middle of a thought. Most people use filler words like or like to fill the silence while they think. This is fatal to your prestige. The elite use silence as a filler. If you need a moment to gather your thoughts, simply stop. Look at your audience with a calm, steady gaze. That silence is not a gap, it is a display of power. It creates tension and forces the room to focus on your next word. When you finally speak after a 3-second pause, your words carry 10 times the weight. You are not thinking, you are composing. Conclusion: the ROI of vocal distinction. Your voice is the final layer of your professional armor. When you combine the high-value voice with the social engineering codes we have studied, you become an irresistible force. To master the specific vocal exercises and the executive semantic cloud used to project power in the French corporate hierarchy, I invite you to consult the full manual of the Academy on Amazon. It provides the phonetic and psychological blueprints for those ready to lead. Congratulations on completing Lesson 6. You have found your voice. Subscribe to ensure you do not miss Lesson 7, where we will decode the dress code of the 1%, how to use aesthetic prestige as a silent negotiation tool.